So in today's video, we're going to be going through some phrases and tips for you to use on your next business trip. These phrases are really useful for helping you sound more and more native and also provide you with some essential phrases for when you are traveling. My name's Carl. I'm an English language coach. I help non-native English speakers upgrade their English, not just for their professional lives, but for their personal lives as well. Now, for the first example, let's say you've checked into your hotel, you've got into your room, and then you realize that you've forgotten your toothpaste at home. And you also wanted to grab a few snacks for later on that evening. So, what are you going to ask? You go down to the reception and you ask, where is the nearest supermarket? Then the hotel receptionist will be able to guide you as to where the nearest supermarket options are. Another example for when you are checking in to a hotel on your business trip. When you arrive, they are likely to ask you what name was the booking under. And to this, you can respond, the room was booked under the name followed by your surname. Let's say, for example, the room was booked under the name Miller. Typically, in these instances, it's more common to use your last name instead of your first name, as in some cases, first names can be quite common and they may have multiple bookings under that first name. Then let's create the example of later on that evening, you've checked into your hotel, you're all relaxed now, you've got your toothpaste, you've got your snacks for later, and you go to the bar downstairs and you wanted to get a cool beverage of your choice. Now, once you've enjoyed that beverage or chosen to bring it up to your room, you can say to the bartender, can I charge that to the room? This simply means that that payment will be billed to your room. Therefore, that is a payment that you will need to settle at the end of your trip when you are checking out. Following on from that, let's say you've had a great day at a workshop and now you and your colleagues who had a busy day together wanted to find a nice restaurant for you to all have dinner at. So you find a restaurant that you all agree on and you give them a call. And when you call them, you say, I'd like to reserve a table for 4 people at 7 p.m. this evening. Then the person on the line will be able to confirm whether they have tables available for that time or not. And if not, then you could follow with a question of, what other times do you have available? So the next phrase is something that is commonly needed in hotels, as it's an issue that somehow seems to come up in every corner of the globe, and that is Wi-Fi issues. Let's say you've tried to check into the Wi-Fi, but you're having an issue with the passcode that they have given you. A good way for you to get over this problem is either over the phone or in person, saying to them, I had an issue getting onto the Wi-Fi. Would you be able to help me with that, please? This is a simple and polite way to deal with something that can be frustrating, but let's face it, it is quite a common issue across hotels. So the next phrase is something that you could use when you're trying to organize your transportation on your business trip. So let's say that you wanted to organize a couple taxis for yourself and your colleagues for getting back to the airport to head back home. Now, a simple way to say this would be, is it possible to book 2 taxis for 8:30 Thursday morning? In the beginning of that phrase, the use of is it possible is a polite way to ask for something. You could also substitute that with would you be able to, or please can you. These are all common ways in the English language that you address someone with an attempt to be polite. And finally, let's say you've been struggling to wake up in the mornings with your normal alarm clock due to jet lag from the difference in time zones. And as an extra precaution, you want a wake-up call from the hotel. Now, what you would do is give them a call or in person say, can you organize a wake-up call for me at 7 o'clock in the morning? This is something that's typically offered in hotels as an additional service to you as their customer. And that would be a perfect way for you to phrase your sentence if you needed that service. So I hope that these phrases help and may be useful to you for you to use on your next business trip. Make sure you like and share with someone if you found these phrases and tips to be useful. And be sure to check out a video I made recently on how to improve your English quickly. But until the next time, start upgrading your English today. Take care and keep moving forward.